Hey guys, how's it going? This is Taff. This is Taff's Weekly Word. And the first thing I'm going to say is who enjoyed Portsmouth? Well, I know I did. We always have a good time when we go to Portsmouth. Since we've been back in the Football League, I've been to all three. We've won all three. And it's just been three great trips. The first one was sweet because of the first time we'd, you know, been to Fratton Park. We'd seen a stadium that's had Premier League football on it, that's had European football on it, and going there and winning 2-0 the first time, then kick-starting our season with a 1-0 win last time. Obviously, we had every reason to go there and feel somewhat confident if these things tend to turn into a streak, and it certainly has done, and it's been the best one yet. We won there 3-0. We pretty much sealed our safety from relegation with a 3-0 win at Portsmouth. I mean, it doesn't really get much better than that, does it? Mediolito had his best game in a Newport County shirt by a far stretch. Showed what quality he possesses. All the stuff that was said about him, all the praise that had been heaped on him when we signed him. Obviously, people saying, "Oh yeah, he's going to be a great player for you" and all that. No one's seen it yet. All we've seen is I mean, it's obvious that he's technically gifted with the ball at his feet, but his reading of a football match, the mistakes he makes, the loose passes, I mean, his decision making has always been really, really poor. But he got every single thing spot on Saturday. I mean, he was awesome. His goal-saving challenge against Mansfield showed that he is willing to get stuck in, just not often enough. But you're seeing more and more from him each game. I thought he had a decent game. Well, one of the only few bright sparks that we had Tuesday. But don't worry, I'll be coming to Tuesday soon. But no, I gotta be fair. Saturday was up there for me as one of the best away trips I've been on. I mean, nothing's ever going to beat Hereford, games like that. But Pompey away 3-0. It doesn't come much sweeter than that, really, does it? Seeing us play such a good performance, be so, the bounce back defensively so well after losing 3-0 at Barnet, I mean, going into Tuesday, we managed to break our losing Tuesday night streak. Obviously, the one thing everyone said at Portsmouth was losing 3-0 at Barnet was well worth it to come here and win 3-0. Definitely, 100%. That's exactly what I said. Before the game, I said if we come here and win, losing to Barnet 3-0 would have all been worth it. And yeah, we were rewarded with a good trip. But unfortunately, our Tuesday night blues, again, we didn't lose, but it was a absolutely awful game of football, wasn't it? It wasn't entertaining in the least bit. It was cold and windy. So it wasn't a particularly nice night out. I reckon the club lost a lot of money as well through the offer. The offer wasn't taken up, which goes to show price isn't the main concern in Newport. Obviously, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not going over to watch a county at them prices," when you can go and watch a Premier League game at prices not too much higher. Well, unfortunately, Premier League teams get so much money from TV and sponsorship that they can afford to put dirt cheap prices just to fill some empty seats. We get absolutely no money. Well, we don't get absolutely no money, but compared to the Premier League, we don't get nothing in TV money and sponsorship. So our primary income is our ticket sales, our on-the-day ticket sales, our hospitality, our boxes, our 50-50 sellers, everything like that amounts to our income, our match day income, and that is our primary income. Premier League teams, their primary income is TV and sponsorship. So gate receipts and matchday income is is not something that they hold to the highest regard. Obviously, everyone wants to fill a stadium. You fill a stadium and sell a whole bunch of season tickets, and you're always going to be better off financially. But people don't understand that when Premier League teams are selling dirt cheap tickets, is because they're seats they can't fill. So this is just something to get rid of them, not because they feel as though they can afford to sell tickets at that price. It's because they can, Well, I think I didn't quite put that out right then. It's not so much that they've got the fan base to justify it because they've already sold tens of thousands of tickets, at their higher prices. So they can afford to sell what would be an empty seat for a dirt cheap price. That's basically the point I'm trying to put over. So unfortunately, Newport, people from Newport, not everybody, a few people come over and watch the county every now and again. I'd rather have part-timers than no-timers. So I don't like the fact that our own fans take the piss out of people who can't make it to every game. I don't like the fact that when people who do take in the county for a first time get abused and ridiculed because we've been going for longer than them. I think anybody who thinks along that sort of route needs to take a good look at themselves, because at the end of the day, we need the people of Newport to embrace Newport County if we ever want to move forward. If we don't get the people from Newport and the catchment area coming, then we are going to be League Two, and always while we're in League Two, we're one bad season, and it's proved it this season could have been so much worse. We're one bad season away from no longer being a Football League team. So how are we going to pull these fans over? Well, certainly abusing them isn't going to help. I know I've been guilty of calling these people out on Facebook, but I'm calling them out because it's like, you can't declare a team your team, when they're hundreds of miles away. If you've chosen to support them over Liverpool, then just admit you've done it because they're a bigger Liverpool. What am I saying Liverpool for? Newport. Like teams like Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea. If you've chosen to support them over Newport, when you're from Newport, you can't say you've done it for any other reason than the fact that they are a top team in the top division. There is no other logical reason for supporting them. Anyway, I'm going off Newport County's weekly word at the moment. I'm starting to dip into something I'm quite passionate about, so I'm going to stop right there. Saturday was amazing. Tuesday was boring, but there was another point on the board. There's less games to play, and here's a stat for you. We're 14 points clear of relegation. We're only 15 points away from the playoffs. I'm not saying we're going to get in the playoffs, not in a million years, but I'm just basically highlighting the fact that we're not going to go down either. So I say it's been a good week. So basically it's been good. Four more points on the board since the last time I done this. And some of the players that have underperformed through the season, we're starting to see, the best of them now. So that's always going to be a positive thing, isn't it? So yeah, Taffs happy. Hopefully you guys are happy. We got the big one on Saturday against Bristol Rovers. I'll tell you what, if we do the double over them, I consider this a good season because it looks as though we're going to finish mid-table, which at the beginning of the season everybody would have been happy with. Next season though, we got the spine of a good team there. We really have got the makings of a really good League Two team. No reason why we can't eye up a playoff place next season if Warren Feeney recruits correctly in the summer. But it all remains to be seen. Let's just enjoy the rest of this season as much as I want it to be over, just so it's done when we're still a League Two team for another season. Just enjoy the games that we have got. A few away trips to go and a few good games at home. So, yeah, happy Taff. And I do apologise for my abysmal efforts of waving a flag on the pitch the other night. Yes, I was one of them. And it was absolutely awful because the wind and those flags are bloody heavy. I'm telling you now, you look at them and they're not easy to keep control of. I'm telling you now. I don't know if it's going to be me again on Saturday, but if it is, hopefully I'll have got the hang of it a bit more by then. But anyway, nice speaking to everybody again, and keep watching. If there's anything in particular you guys want me to introduce to this weekly word, then get in touch and leave me a bit of feedback. I'm hearing good things from people, so thanks to everybody for that. And I'll see you all on Saturday for the Rovers game at the county.